right, you've seen the disturbing videos, violence erupting on college campuses across the country as students protest conservative speakers.
Their latest target was supposed to be lifelong Democrat Alan Dershowitz at Columbia University last night. What happened? Well, Alan Dershowitz joins us live right now. Good morning to you.
Hi.
Okay, so who invited you to Columbia, and what were we going to talk about?
Well, a group of pro-Israel students invited me to talk about the peace process in the Middle East, and the Students for Justice Palestine said that they were going to disrupt my speech and prevent me from speaking, as they have done other speeches at Columbia and elsewhere. But we acted preemptively, and that is, I went public. And I disclosed what they were planning to do. And so they chickened out last night. What happened is they protested outside. They came inside, but they just put little leaflets on the seats, Alan Dershowitz in his own words, and then they left. They wouldn't even listen to me. I invited them to come back. I said, you can ask me the hardest questions. I'll stay as long as you want. I'll answer every hard question. In fact, only hard questions. You get to go first. You get to say whatever you want. But they wouldn't engage me. They only want to protest, but at least they didn't disrupt. So the event went forward. Everybody was happy.
Professor, protests are nothing new. We've seen the video from the 60s and 70s, and you just say you're used to it. But is there something different about this? That they don't seem to want to win the argument? They just want to make a scene?
Oh, it has nothing to do with the argument. In fact, I had a plan. If they were going to disrupt me and boo, I was going to start out by making first a pro-Palestinian statement, saying, I support a Palestinian state. They would go, boo, boo, and try to shout me down. And then I say, see, it has nothing to do with what I'm saying. It's just an attempt to shout me down. I may have an opportunity to do this because I've also been invited to speak at Berkeley. But Berkeley has said I can't speak there because I'm, quote, a high visibility person.
Which is true.
And if you're high visibility, you have to give 8 weeks notice unless you're invited by a department. Now, here's the trick. Departments invite anti-Israel speakers all the time, so they don't have to go through the 8-week thing. But they don't invite pro-Israel speakers. So we have the 8-week barrier, whereas anti-Israel speakers don't have the 8-week barrier, and I'm going to sue Berkeley if they don't allow me to speak. If they may make me wait 8 weeks and allow anti-Israel speakers to come within 3 or 4 days, that's a lawsuit.
That is breaking news, and you're going after him because the First Amendment doesn't really have that 8-week barrier written into it, right?
Not only that, Berkeley is a public university, taxpayers' money. They are bound by the First Amendment, so they can't impose one rule on pro-Israel speakers and one rule on anti-Israel speakers, one rule on conservatives, one rule on liberals. And what is the definition of high profile? Would they actually turn down President Trump if he said, I want to speak there in a week? Would they turn down, you know, a famous actor, a liberal, progressive actor? I don't think so. They have to have a single standard, and we're going to hold them in it. And if they don't abide by it, we're going to take them to court.
You know what? Good for you. Good for you for standing up for free speech, because we have lost sight of what that means anymore. You pay $800,000 just to protect a speaker on the Berkeley campus now? It's unbelievable.
And the students are upset now. The students are reacting because they're telling me that they're being denied the opportunity to listen to speakers that they want to hear.
Right. And finally, you know what bothers me most? Your topic. The fact that being pro-Israel gets this type of anger in America bothers me to no end.
At a major university in the city of New York, if you're a pro-Israel speaker, you're treated differently than if you're an anti-Israel speaker. And I'm not going to let Berkeley get away with that. They're a public university. They're going to have to comply with the First Amendment, and we're going to win that.
Okay, so you just heard it. Alan Dershowitz suing Berkeley. You heard it here first. By the way, he's got a brand new book out. It is called Trumped Up: How Criminalization of Political Differences Endangers Democracy. A great read.
Yeah,
Thank
everyone
you,
needs to read
Thank you.
that one.
Thanks,
Good to see
Professor.
you. Stay tuned for that one. All right, coming